We started using ModuleMD in, I believe, the year 2000. It was a very new program, a new thing then. It was web-based. We were a little nervous about it, but we were kind of, our doctor was kind of pushing us, and we realized that we were a little bit ahead of the curve. We noticed later that we were ahead of the curve, so we were glad that we went that route. We have 13 locations. We have 6 providers, and we're in 2 different states, Michigan and Indiana. So that's a little bit of a challenge sometimes to do cross state lines. Insurances, we have to do some things there, but we've been very successful doing that. The system that we use, the ModuleMD system that we use, has made that simple for us as far as billing goes. Before ModuleMD, we were using MySys, and it was very tedious. It didn't really have what we needed it to for allergy. Literally all it did was scheduling and billing. It didn't help us do any of our other tasks at all. Everything was done by paper. The reports were just very difficult to weed through and look at. They were 50, 60 pages long, and they just didn't make much sense. So that's why we started looking to change at that point. So the most important thing when we were looking, and we looked at many, was that it did what we needed it to do for our specialty, that made our jobs easier, that made tracking and safety a higher concern or a higher priority. Less paper, of course, not having to look for charts, but just something that made our life easier in the allergy world, customizable to what we do, because with 6 different doctors, 6 different providers, they do things all a different way. So we wanted something that would customize to each one of their likings. So probably my favorite feature is the dashboard, just because, I was not trained as a practice manager. I was trained as a nurse. So I need to be able to look at things quickly and with a quick glance, kind of see what's going on across my practices, across my locations at any given time. So I can look at a snapshot of what's going on in each location pretty quickly. I can make sure charges are being entered. I can make sure the nurses are checking patients out, checking them in, giving the shots in a timely fashion. So just, you can manage things a lot easier on the dashboard. I would always recommend ModuleMD because A, the support is phenomenal. We don't ever have a problem getting support. And B, the customization that is able to take place in the system is beyond anything I've seen. I've seen multiple EMRs. I've done home care, I've done hospitals, I've done other doctors' offices, just here and there helping, and I see their struggles. And I always go back to, well, if you are using ModuleMD, they can customize that for you. Like, they can change it to fit your workflow. So there's not a set way to do it, and there's not a wrong way to do it. So just the fact that they can customize to match your workflow makes life easier. What surprises me as on the practice management side is how quickly the claims get paid, how the billing goes out. It kind of is all done behind the scenes. I don't have to do it because I wasn't trained that way. So I was really worried about that part of it, the revenue part of it. And I don't want the doctors losing money because I missed something. But with their billing team, I don't really have to worry about it. It's very transparent. I can see if they're struggling or if they're behind on statusing or whatever. I always know what's going on with the billing, even though I'm not a trained biller and I'm terrible at billing. But I can see that the claims have gone out. I can see they've worked on them. I know how quickly we're getting paid. The money is coming in. We usually have probably about a 2-week turnaround for most paid claims, which is really, really good. A lot of people I've talked to, it's not even close to that. So I'm happy with that. My doctors are happy. If I can keep them happy, that's the main concern. I think you should always choose ModuleMD if you have doctors that work in any type of specialty. You have a lot of staff that you want to train quickly. It's very user friendly. It's easy to train new staff. New staff can be trained within a couple of days. Um, don't be afraid to try it because it's one of the best systems out there. I've seen them all, and it is definitely one of the best ones.